NoNonsenseKnowHow is the creation of Chris Brown, a mechanic who turned his passion for engines into one of YouTube's most compelling success stories. Since 2009, his channel has become the place where seized engines roar again, rusted frames are given a second life, and determination proves stronger than time and decay. Today, with nearly 200 million views and more than 750,000 subscribers, NoNonsenseKnowHow has built a loyal following that connects not just with the projects, but with the man behind the wrench. The journey didn't start with polished repair tutorials. Chris uploaded his first video in March 2011, and those early clips were more about curiosity than mechanics. Harley rides, boating trips, and even casual commentary filled the feed. He wasn't locked into a niche yet, he was experimenting, putting out whatever captured his attention. But little by little, the channel shifted toward what he knew best: fixing, reviving, and restoring. That change wasn't immediate, but once Chris leaned into his roots as a mechanic, everything started to click. Repair videos gave him the chance to showcase his skills, but also his way of thinking. Viewers watched him wrestle with challenges, get his hands dirty, and problem solve in real time. That honesty struck a chord. Fans weren't just watching an engine revival. They were experiencing the grind, the setbacks, and the payoff when an old machine finally fired back to life. It's that mix of authenticity and persistence that turned NoNonsenseKnowHow into more than a channel. It became a community built on grit, passion, and the thrill of bringing the impossible back to life. Some of those videos turned into massive hits. One of the most popular uploads is Cat 977 Sitting 37 Years Will It Run?, where Chris tackles a massive Caterpillar machine that had been silent for nearly 4 decades. The moment it comes roaring back is the kind of thing people replay again and again. That sense of resurrection is hard to beat. That video alone has pulled in over 7 million views. Another fan favorite is Putting Gen to Work, Honda 1.7-liter piston rings, which crossed 2 million views and became a community talking point, not just for the repair itself, but for the fun dynamic between Chris and Jennifer. Over time, he built a library of these mechanical adventures. Everything from reviving a Yamaha Rhino UTV to prepping for breakdowns and showing how planning ahead pays off. They're part entertainment, part education, and always authentic. Today, Chris is no longer just a mechanic sharing a hobby. As of September 2025, NoNonsenseKnowHow has grown into a powerhouse. The channel has about 758,000 subscribers and nearly 200 million total views. That's hundreds of millions of times people have tuned in to watch him wrestle with seized bolts, revive engines caked in rust, or prove that patience and persistence can turn junk into joy. Across social media, his reach only grows. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok all carry his fingerprints, where clips and updates keep fans engaged between uploads. His Instagram tagline says it best: YouTuber, lifelong mechanic, avid adventurer. That identity shines through in everything he does. But Chris didn't stop at one channel. He launched a second called NNKH, a space dedicated to reviews, updates, live streams, and other types of content that didn't quite fit the main feed. It gave him the freedom to experiment again, much like his early days, but now with an audience already eager to see what he'd come up with. That second channel has built a strong following of its own, pulling in hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. Beyond YouTube, Chris has tapped into ways for fans to support the journey. He sells merchandise, shirts, gear, and more that let viewers wear their loyalty proudly. He also provides direct options for support through PayPal and Cash App, a simple way for people who love the content to pitch in and keep the projects rolling. With ad revenue, merch, direct donations, and sponsorships, his income streams are diverse. While estimates differ, most put his net worth somewhere between the high hundreds of thousands to close to $1 million. It's a testament to what's possible when passion meets consistency and trust with an audience. Chris's work has also crossed paths with other big names in the automotive YouTube world. He's appeared with Matt's Off-Road Recovery, the Utah-based channel known for epic rescues and recoveries. Seeing him collaborate there reminded fans that these communities aren't isolated. They're interconnected, with creators often helping one another out, sharing knowledge, and bringing audiences together. It also underlined Chris's reputation in the broader off-road and mechanical scene. And then there's his personal life, which makes the story even richer. His partner, Jennifer Sugant, has been a huge part of his journey. She doesn't just stand by quietly, she actively takes part. She has her own YouTube channel, where she's built a community of over 98,000 subscribers by sharing her own projects and perspectives. Together, they form a creative pair, and her presence in his videos always feels natural, adding warmth and humor to the gritty mechanical work. On June 1st, 2024, Jennifer shared some life-changing news on her channel. She was expecting their first child. The announcement was heartfelt and instantly celebrated by their fans, who felt like extended family by then. Just a few months later, on September 28, 2024, Chris took to his Instagram page with an update that melted hearts. He wrote, "Today was a good day. We finally got to bring our daughter, Autumn Charlotte, home. She came a little early and had to spend a few weeks in the NICU, but all is well with her and we couldn't be happier." That moment showed a different side of Chris, one not covered in grease or surrounded by tools, but as a dad, deeply grateful for his family. Autumn Charlotte instantly became part of the NNKH story, and fans continue to cheer on this new chapter. The addition of Autumn brought new depth to Chris and Jennifer's lives. It's clear that Jen has always been a strong support in his journey, but now with their daughter, the family element is stronger than ever. Viewers see that the shop isn't just about machines anymore. It's about building a life where family, work, and passion coexist. It's part of why the channel feels so genuine. Fans don't just see projects, they see people, and that human connection is powerful. The latest updates show that Chris hasn't slowed down. In 2025, his uploads balance big revivals with everyday stories. One week he's tackling a silent machine, the next he's walking viewers through a breakdown that could have been a disaster without planning. His latest video has him buying a rusty 1970s 21-foot jet boat with a 460 big block Ford for $1,000, reviving it through repairs and water tests despite issues, while also updating his 1967 Mustang with dyno testing and reassembly, and showing progress on a crawl space under his kitchen by clearing old concrete and fixing rot. His second channel also fills in the gaps with gear reviews and updates, and his social pages keep the momentum alive. Fans who started watching years ago now see a creator who has grown not just in numbers, but in depth, a man who built a brand, a community, and a life around doing what he loves. Looking at his journey, it's easy to see why NoNonsenseKnowHow resonates so much. The early years showed curiosity without boundaries, trying motorcycles, boating trips, and even news commentary. But the pivot to repair and restoration revealed the real heart of Chris's vision. There's something universally appealing about taking what's broken and making it whole again. That theme runs deeper than just engines. It speaks to persistence, to not giving up, to seeing potential where others see trash. In the end, the story of NoNonsenseKnowHow is about more than just views and subscribers. It's about how one person's passion can ripple outward, inspiring others to pick up a wrench, to chase their own curiosity, or simply to sit back and enjoy watching a stubborn old machine roar to life again. It's about showing that grit, honesty, and a willingness to share both wins and setbacks can build not just a channel, but a lasting community. And it's about family, the people who support you, cheer you on, and make the long nights in the shop worth it. So whether you first found the channel through a viral Will It Run video, followed Chris over from his motorcycle days, or discovered him through collaborations with other creators, one thing is certain: NoNonsenseKnowHow has become a name that stands for authenticity, determination, and the thrill of the comeback. And as long as there are machines waiting to be revived, stories to tell, and adventures to chase, Chris will be right there, with a wrench in hand, a camera rolling, and an audience ready to cheer him on.